First and foremost, get rid of that ridiculous lanyard they gave you at freshman orientation and throw it straight into the garbage. It's a dead giveaway that you're a freshman and there's no possible scenario where it ever looks good. I don't care if you're wearing it on your neck, if it's in your back pocket, if you think, oh man, we be styling, swinging it around, nothing. This is how to survive freshman year. Let's go.
What do you watch when you're on the web? Ironing my underwear. He's funny and smart and exceptionally well read. Ironing my underwear. You'll want to subscribe ASAP.
Before we get started, big ups to Shelby Thomas for singing my intro song. Go follow her on Twitter, her shit's down there. If you want to sing my intro song too, send me a video or message me on YouTube and we'll figure it out. So there's way too many tips for me to go through, so I might make this into a two-parter. Let me know in the comments below after you've seen this if you want more tips and tricks. But for all freshmen, this is a very serious, easy thing you all need to know. You're paying an absurd amount of money to be in school. So the first piece of advice is, go to fucking class. It blows me away how many people think they can get away with not actually going to class and somehow getting a good grade, because that doesn't work that way. I know in high school you were able to just go to class, get the teacher a high five, and then somehow get an A. It doesn't work that way anymore. And there's a handful of people out there whose parents are paying for college. And a lot of times when your parents are paying for things, you don't really understand the value of what it is that you're actually getting. If your parents are paying for college, you don't only owe it to them to go to every single class, but also get good grades. Now you might be saying to yourself, but Tyler, I'm not a good studier. Oh my goodness, I had no idea you were a bad studier. Well, in that case, let me just pull up the lazy boy and give you this turd, because that's a load of shit. No one's good at studying. It's like saying like, oh, Ty, I'm not good at taking out the trash. Oh, we'll just do it anyway. And I'm kind of joking, but there's always a way to work around that. I'm diagnosed with severe ADHD, and at a very young age, I was diagnosed with dyslexia. Trust me, studying for me was horrible. Reading books takes me quadruple the time it takes an average person. If you really do have a learning disability, that's something that you should get like checked out and get diagnosed with, because the university a lot of times will recognize that and give you the proper tools you'll need. But most of you are just lazy assholes. That's one thing everyone always worries about. It's like, how are they gonna get good grades when they're in this huge lecture hall? A really easy way to combat that feeling of being like 1 in 100 or 200 or 500 in this huge lecture hall is show up early and sit in the first or second row. It may be a little intimidating to go that far up, but I'll tell you this, the teacher never even looks you in the eyes because they're addressing the sea of people. And if you're too embarrassed to raise your hand during class, you're right there at the end to ask the teacher a question. Trust me, you will thank yourself for sitting up there. Also, in regards to grades, use the resources the school gives you. Almost every university has free or next to free tools for you to get better grades. There's always like free study sessions. I know there's tutors that come really cheap, but if you don't take advantage of those free things, you literally only have you to blame because you're paying for them. Picking a major also seems to be something that everyone's constantly freaking out about. I'm here to tell you, slow down. The average individual that goes into college with a major ends up changing their major over the span of a 4-year period 3 times. The average individual that goes into college undeclared ends up only changing their major once. There's nothing wrong with not knowing what you want to do right when you get to school. In fact, there's nothing wrong with not knowing what you want to do your sophomore year too. I have friends that didn't declare a major until the end of their sophomore year and still got out in 4 years. Now with that being said, that was a combination of having common interests and those classes lining up to be a major, but still, there's absolutely no rush. Because you have to think about, these are the classes that you're going to be focusing on as you get deeper into your college experience. On the flip of a coin though, if you're not in like engineering or a science-based thing, I'm pretty sure your major doesn't really matter. I was an advertising and rhetoric major, and I'm doing neither of those now. College textbooks is also something that everyone always does wrong their freshman year. Everyone's like way too antsy, like skipping through there, buying their like $500 book and just so stoked on it. Hey guys, check this out. The guy at the bookstore said at the end of the semester he'd buy my books back. What an idiot. Choco Taco's on me tonight. When you buy new books, when you even buy used books, and you try to sell them back, you're gonna make nothing back. Every time it's like the lottery. You go in, you're like crossing your fingers, you're like, come on, make more than $5 on this book. If you're really smart, you'll rent your books online from a place like Chegg.com, that's one of them. I used Chegg all of junior and senior year, and it saved me a ton of money. If you're really smart, you'll just go to the library and use the books for free. I promise you, they have the book that you need in your library. Oh, look at this one, there's already notes in there. Never follow the notes inside a used book. You don't know that person. You don't know if they're smart, if they're dumb, if they purposely put shitty notes in there. The people that legitimately trust the notes in a used book are the same people that think their fortune cookie's gonna come true. Side note, why are fortune cookies not fortunes anymore? They're just like things that make you feel good. A fresh start will put you on your way. That's advice, cookie. That's not a fortune. I did not break you open and end your cookie life for you to give me that. You deserve more. Might as well give you a proper burial. And finally, for this first round of advice, and possibly the most important piece of advice, whatever you do, don't buy a Bob Marley poster. That's the quintessential freshman thing to do. Yeah, fuck you, Mom. I'm living on my own now. Rastafari! Ho! Hey, ho! If you get that reference, boom, we're friends now. Guys, I have so much more advice. So if you want more advice, let me know in the comments below. What's some advice that you have? Also put that down there. I might read it in the next video. If you want to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, you can find it in my underwear down here. And as always, guys, I love you. I'm in love with you.